Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated performance sedans of the near future at the 2026 Subaru WRX. If you're a fan of rally-bred performance, everyday usability, and Japanese engineering, this is a car you've definitely been waiting to hear more about. Subaru's WRX has always carried a legacy of performance, and with the 2026 model, they're pushing things even further. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the 2026 WRX looks aggressive, modern, and distinctly Subaru. Subaru has refined the styling to strike a balance between sharp aesthetics and functional aerodynamics. The front fascia has been redesigned with sleeker LED headlights and a wider, more pronounced grille that not only improves airflow but adds to its intimidating road presence. Subaru has also revised the hood scoop, making it a bit lower and more integrated into the body lines, still functional, but more elegant. The body itself sits slower and wider than previous generations, emphasizing its planted stance. Bold fender flares continue to give the WRX that muscular look, and they house updated alloy wheel designs ranging from 17 to 19 inches, depending on the trim. The side profile shows off more sculpted lines and a subtly rising belt line, giving the car a more athletic silhouette. Around back, we see a redesigned rear bumper, a more aggressive diffuser, and a quad-tip exhaust setup that hints at the performance under the hood. The taillights now follow a more C-shaped LED pattern, blending into the rear trunk line in a way that feels futuristic but unmistakably WRX. Step inside, and you're greeted with a much more premium interior than we've seen in previous generations. Subaru has clearly taken feedback to heart and upgraded the WRX's cabin significantly for 2026. The first thing you'll notice is the massive vertical touchscreen and 11.6-inch display that now controls everything from navigation to climate settings. It's more responsive, easier to use, and integrates both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly. Below that, physical knobs remain for the most commonly used functions, which is a nice touch for drivers who don't want to dig through menus while driving. The materials have also been improved. Soft touch surfaces now cover more of the dash and doors, and you'll find contrast stitching throughout the cabin that adds a sporty flair. Depending on the trim, you can get everything from cloth seats with red accents to full leather upholstery with WRX embossing on the headrests. The front seats are bolstered just right, providing support for spirited driving without being uncomfortable for daily commutes. Rear seat legroom is about the same as the previous model, which means it's comfortable enough for adults on short trips, but still better suited for kids or shorter passengers. Tech-wise, Subaru has packed in more features across all trims. You get a fully digital instrument cluster that's customizable, displaying everything from boost levels to lap timers. Higher trims also include a premium Harman Kardon sound system, adaptive cruise control, lane centering, and Subaru's latest EyeSight safety suite, which includes pre-collision braking, lane departure warning, and more. Now let's talk about performance at the heart of what makes a WRX a WRX. For 2026, Subaru continues with the 2.4-liter turbocharged flat-4 engine. It now produces a slightly higher output than the 2022 to 2025 versions, pushing around 290 horsepower and 290 pounds-feet of torque, thanks to software tuning and minor component refinements. This engine is still paired with either a 6-speed manual transmission or a performance-tuned CVT, which Subaru refers to as the Subaru Performance Transmission. Purists will be happy to know the manual isn't going anywhere. All-wheel drive is standard, of course, and the system has been fine-tuned to improve torque distribution and traction under aggressive driving. This means even sharper handling through corners and improved acceleration off the line. Subaru also revised the suspension setup for 2026, using lighter materials and a retuned damping system to reduce body roll and improve ride quality. The result is a car that feels more agile and more composed, whether you're carving up back roads or just cruising on the highway. There's also talk of a new WRXTS trim, which includes upgraded brakes, track-tuned suspension, and aesthetic upgrades like blue stitching and unique badging. It's not quite STI level, but it's the most performance-focused version we've seen since Subaru paused STI production. Now, let's touch on pricing. Subaru has kept things relatively competitive. The base WRX starts around $32,000, which gives you a lot of performance for the money. The premium trim moves closer to $35,000 and adds things like heated seats, a sunroof, and larger wheels. The limited version crosses the $38,000 mark, and the rumored WRXTS is expected to hover near the $42,000 range. Given the performance, tech, and reliability Subaru is known for, these prices are pretty reasonable for what you're getting. In summary, the 2026 Subaru WRX doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it absolutely sharpens it. With more refined styling, a much improved interior, advanced tech, and performance upgrades, Subaru is showing that they're still very much in the game when it comes to fun, fast, and functional sedans. Whether you're a longtime WRX fan or someone considering your first performance car, the 2026 model is worth a serious look. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, is this the WRX you've been waiting for?